So today is my 14th wedding anniversary. So my wife and I have been married 14 years today, and boy, has it been an amazing journey. There's been so many ups and downs, valleys and mountains. We've grown apart, we've grown together. We've each died and been reborn multiple times as individuals and as a relationship as a whole. And we keep beating, the heart keeps beating as we live. So life is not a stagnant experience. It's not something that just is perfect all of the time. It comes with the mountains and the valleys, the happiness and the sorrow, the grief and the joy. It's all part of the bundle. And so 14 years has taught me a lot. I've had to let go of a lot of my ego, let go of a lot of my pride. I've had to allow myself to be fallen apart and rebuilt multiple times as I come against beliefs and traditions and ideology that has been conditioned into me since a child that no longer serves me. And so in Adlerian psychology, one of the basis premises is that all problems are interpersonal problems. So all problems you face in your life are interpersonal problems. And so how do you face those problems? There's no such thing as a problem-free life, but you can have higher quality problems. And I'll tell you what, the problems that my wife and I face today are different problems than they were when we first got married. You know, we had one child, and then a second child, and a third child. We bought a home, we changed jobs, we moved states. You know, and there's been different problems that have come. And we're dealing with problems now that when we first were married, we wouldn't have been capable of facing or dealing with. You know, my wife and I were talking just a few weeks ago and, you know, looking at who we are now. And if the person we were when we first got married met the person we have become, it would have been an interesting conversation. I probably wouldn't have liked the person I am now back then, because I had to grow, I had to come a long way to get to the point where I am now. And the way I live my life is, you know, there's some similarities, but there's a lot of differences as well than when I first got married 14 years ago. And so in your life, no matter where you're at, what relationships you have, just know that there's mountains and valleys, that there will be times when you grow closer and there will be times that you grow further apart. And some relationships can be severed. If a relationship no longer is serving you and it's being abusive or destructive, those relationships can be severed and cut off. You do have that power. And so as you look into those relationships around you, make sure that they're productive and that you can move forward with them. Now, that doesn't mean that all relationships are going to be positive and happy all the time. You know, some very productive relationships cause you to look at yourself in ways that cause distress, that cause a breakdown so that you can be rebuilt. And so that's the 14 years of my marriage. There have been times we've gone to marriage counseling. We've done things to help us stay committed. But all in all, we both had a desire to stick it out, to stay connected, and we have respect for one another and ourselves. And so through the process, through the pain and the sorrow and the misery that comes, we've been able to see it through because the big picture is one that serves her and it serves me. And so just know that sometimes some of the most beneficial relationships you have in your life are going to be ones that try you. You know, your children, right? I had a mentor that would say, a child's job is to find and push as many buttons in their parents as possible. And a parent's job is to cause as much problems in their child as possible unintentionally. Because we do. You know, the way I live, the things I do, I teach to my children. And that comes with all of the baggage, all of the things that I haven't thought to question yet. And all the struggles that have been passed down through ancestors as we're learning and growing together. And so 14 years has taught me a lot, and it's just the beginning, right? it's just the beginning. My grandparents were married for 60 years, and before my grandma passed away, and their relationship is one to be admired and modeled. And so there's some things in life that we can only face when we stick it out, when we stay committed, because I'm dealing with things now that I couldn't have dealt with in the first, second, third, fifth year of marriage. And it's taken us 14 years to get to this point. And so some things that in life you can only get by investing time into them. So thank you for being here with me today. It's been 15 and a half months now that I've been posting a video every day here on this channel. And so I'm an investment. I've committed to you in this channel to be able to show up each day to remind you that you're a miracle, that you have a purpose, and to give you a little bit of hope to help you cope with today. And so I now have over 600 videos. So these are all resources that you can go back to time and time again. You can share with your friends and your loved ones to help you find some hope through the struggles that you face in your day-to-day life. Because I believe in you. I believe that you can make it through whatever it is that you're facing. You are a miracle and you have a purpose. So if today's message was for you, go and like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with those that you know could benefit from this today. If that's you, thank you for being here with me today. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.